So why is the SaaS actually booming? And I thought, let me just outline a few reasons. I'm sure most of you are familiar, but just to give you an idea, today a lot of businesses are looking for best of breed processes, which can be deployed quite easily. Now, having said that, there could be a lot of large enterprises which also say that, look, I'm happy to take a SaaS product, but I would like that to be customized to my requirements to some extent because a lot of large enterprises may have some unique requirements. So clearly, SaaS companies also have now the ability, and the companies which are operating in the enterprise space also have created platforms which enable customizations at a particular entity level without really impacting the core offering of that particular product. So really SaaS can now address, it can address SMB, mid-market enterprises. Likewise, obviously, it's much easier to deploy upgrades, that may happen, updates and upgrades to the software. Because I recollect my days running a legacy product software company where it was a nightmare and we had to charge for professional services to get all that done. So that's really the second point. The other thing which is also very obvious is that today there is a ready-made infrastructure which is hugely cost-effective. There are hosting platforms like Azure and many others, and there is internet access which is now very, very easily available. The costs are surely affordable. It's also available in rural areas, and therefore SaaS applications can easily be ruled out even in smaller towns and cities. The next thought really is that if you really look around, newer functionalities and newer technologies, they're all born in the cloud. And we all know that today consumers are mobile first, right? So if you're mobile first, you really are SaaS first. So that's really another reason why you need to be really SaaS first when you build a product. From a business standpoint, it is today much easier for a company to switch products. So if I'm running an enterprise company and I have adopted a particular software and I see that 2 years later there is better software available, it is much easier for me to switch because the switching costs are far lower because there's no infrastructure involved and so on and so forth. And therefore, it also opens an opportunity for SaaS startups which are even getting into red oceans. So for example, if you're getting into areas like CRM or ERP or HRMS, payroll, conversational AI, which is flooded with products and platforms around the world, you still have an opportunity because there could be potentially a huge replacement market if you have an innovation with you. So therefore, I think the race continues. It's not that somebody will dominate it today and continue to dominate it. And finally, with the pandemic, we've seen that companies have been focusing on digital transformation. And what better way than actually adopting SaaS platforms to really drive that digital transformation? So today, really, if you look at a lot of enterprise companies in very mature markets like the US and Europe and so on, you'll find that many of them are using over 100 SaaS applications. And the reason they're able to do that is because they're quick to deploy and you're able to see the benefits fairly quickly.